My story begins in Lewisville, Texas on December 17th, 1998. I was born into a very loving and creative family and from a young age participated in several extracurricular activities, which included soccer, dance, singing, acting, and art. At the age of 7, I was diagnosed with dyslexia and began attending a multisensory teaching approach program, otherwise known as MTA. Once discovering that I had a learning difference, I began to recognize that I was unlike other students in my class and had a very hard time with accepting this difference. The only time I could feel so-called normal was when I attended art class once a week. During art, I was able to forget about my dyslexia and instead focus solely on my creativity. Unlike the classroom, I wasn't limited or held back in any way and felt equal to my peers. As the years passed, I began to overcome my resentment towards dyslexia and instead found different approaches in becoming a successful student. After graduating high school in 2017, I was lucky enough to have received 2 separate full-ride scholarships to play Division II women's basketball at Colorado State University Pueblo and Texas A&M University Kingsville. During those 2 years, I had undergone verbal abuse by several of my coaches and fell into a deep depression, which caused me to become very lost and confused with my life. During this time, I made the hard decision to quit basketball and move back home to focus on my mental health. Once back home, I used art as a way to express my emotions and to find my purpose. As I began to make art, my mental health improved and I got into the routine of living back at home. I got a job as an extended school day aide and began working with elementary school students. Fast forward to today, and I am currently taking care of 15 kindergarteners and first graders. I am the happiest I have ever been and am so blessed to be able to work with such amazing kids on a daily basis. I have learned a lot about myself through the past couple of years and am so happy to have finally found my purpose. My philosophy that I have adapted is create your future. As a future art education teacher, it is most important to me that my students do not feel as though they are limited or not enough. Whether it is a learning difference or a different cultural background, I want my students to recognize that anyone can create art. I also want to inspire and encourage my students to try new things and recognize that things don't always go as planned, but that everything happens for a reason. Everything that I have experienced has gotten me to where I am today, and through art, I have been given the opportunity to create my future.